Good evening and welcome to the Kalyani Stadium for match number 89 of I-League 2023-24. It's the match between Kashi and Churchill Brothers Football Club. Well, it's a home match for Kashi, and Kashi at the moment are at number 7, as you can see on your screen, and Churchill Brothers are at number 10. So Kashi will definitely try to get as many as 3 points, and so will be the target of Churchill Brothers. Kashi went down in the last match to Gokulam Kerala in this very ground by 2-4, and that was quite an exciting match. And Churchill Brothers, on the other hand, drew with Namdhari in their home match. I'm Niladri Sen, and I have with me Bhashar Ghosh in a commentary box. Good evening, Bhashar.
A very good evening to you and all the viewers. We'll go on to discussing about the match because these two sides provide promise. One has history on their side, Churchill Brothers, and Kashi, the new entrants. They are showing a lot of promise. They have a mixed bag of results. And there's the arrival of the home side, but lately they have got a little more of that spark which was expected of them. We'll hear out, of course, from their head coach Carlos Javier Santamarina about his thoughts ahead of this crucial encounter.
Our strategy is the same. We have to continue with our game model, our philosophy of game, and today's game is very important. After last game against Gokulam, we couldn't get the 3 points, so today we have to try our best, do our best to try to get the 3 points.
So that was the head coach of Kashi, Carlos Santamarina, and he will definitely go for all the 3 points, and they're up against Churchill Brothers. Well, as Bhashar was saying, Churchill Brothers do have history on their side, and they will definitely try to get full points here. Churchill Brothers, so far, have played 12 matches, and they've won in 3, and they've drawn 4 and lost 5. This is an away match of this team, the team that you can see on the screen. They're making it to the ground. And they have played 6 away matches so far. They've won only 1, so that's not a good record for Churchill Brothers to boast of. They've drawn 2 and lost in 3. So what has the coach to say today? Well, we'll be waiting to hear what the Churchill Brothers coach has to say.
We face Kashi that also they have some Spanish players that also are so good with the ball, also the Indians, and I feel that will be a match nice to see for the spectators, because we will be 2 teams that will fight for having the ball both, and let's see, we are working during these weeks to achieve good results, and I feel that this can.
Well, Kashi and Churchill do expect to keep ball possession and play that attractive brand of football is what Francis Porret says, but Carlos Javier Santamarina, I'm sure he'll be looking to get the better of the Goan side, given that they are playing their home fixture. Not too many of those home fixtures yet for Kashi, and they are still yet to find a proper home in Uttar Pradesh, which they're looking for. But here's the lineup of Kashi. Arvindam Bhattacharya, the captain on goal. Sumit Pasi, Deepak Devrani, Sandeep Mandi and Koyam Peyong in the back line. Fran Gomez, Julian Perez and John Lamela in the midfield, with Gianni Dos Santos, Atsal and Edmund Lalrentika leading the front line. That is lethal lineup.
Yes, of course, and they have effected 3 changes. Deepak Devrani is in, and so is Peyong in the defence, and Mohammad Atsal is in for Villar, that is in the forward line. So that is the Kashi team, and they are up against Churchill Brothers. As Bhashar was saying, Kashi did not play many home matches. They played only 3 so far. They played 2 at the Kalyani Stadium, and they're playing the 4th home match at the Kalyani Stadium. This is the Kalyani Stadium, very picturesque, and they have won 1 home match so far, and they have lost 2, And this is the Churchill brothers team. Subhashishwara Chaudhary in goal, and this is the formation 4-5-1, and Karim Samb is the lone man playing up front.
Well, interesting. A few days ago, we saw this very man. We'll talk about him, but today's match officials, match referee Kinsenford Lingdo, assistant referees Bishu Das and Manoj Kumar Sahu, along with fourth official Deepu Roy, today's match commissioner Imran Khan. But as I was saying about the little surprise up the Karim Samb, a change in colours. Well, at least in our West Twice it is a change in colours, but he's gone to the red machines from Shillong Lechong.
So the two teams are making it to the ground, led by the match officials. Nonggyom is the match official. Will be officiating today along with Bishu Das and Manoj Kumar Sahu. So these are the two teams, as you can see, into Kashi and Churchill brothers. The Churchill brothers are called the Red Machines. However, they're not wearing red. They are in black today. And this is the Inter-Kashi team, orange and white. They're playing match number 4 at home, and they've played 13 matches so far. They've won 5, drew 3, and lost in 5 matches. They've scored 20, conceded 26 goals. And they have 18 points to their credit.
Well, that's somewhat been the issue for Inter-Kashi, that they have conceded a bit too many, and they have a very, very mixed bag of results, almost in a graph, a very continuous one, where they win one, lose, and then draw. And I thought the graph would end after that international break, and they went on to play the Super Cup, but it has continued even after the resumption of the league, where the last fixture before the break was a 1-1 draw against Aizawl. They came back to win 1-0 against Shillong Lechong, and then again a 4-2 loss against Gokulam rather. And by that graph, the possible prediction would be a draw, but that's not how things work, of course. But that's surprisingly been the way for Inter-Kashi.
Yes, as far as Churchill brothers are concerned, they could have won a few more matches, but they conceded late goals, and that was a story in the match that they played against this very team, Inter-Kashi. Churchill brothers played Inter-Kashi at home at the Tilak Maidan in Vasco in Goa, and they did score early in the first half and then conceded 2 goals in the second half and did not get a point. So Inter-Kashi that way are ahead of Churchill brothers if we look at a head-to-head stats, at least as far as this I-League is concerned. As you know that Inter-Kashi is playing the I-League for the first time. So they are a new team and they are up against Churchill brothers, the club that was founded way back in 1988, team that won I-League 2008, 9 and 12, 13, and also went to be the runners-up in National Football League in 1996, 97, 99, 2000, 2001 and 2. So here is the Churchill brothers team with their huddle, and this is the other team, the Inter-Kashi team, with the customary huddle, the last-minute conversation, discussion, and boosting of confidence.
Well, indeed, and that is some introduction and history to have on your side, even though a brief one, but reaching to the title twice and few times runners-up, as you mentioned just now, the years when they did get close to the triumph. They're far away from it right now, but a few matches, a few wins can change all the equations, and both the sides have brought in changes and alterations in that winter transfer window, and we'll wait to find out if those changes help their cause.
This is Arindam Bhattacharya. And here we go, the beginning of the match. It's match number 89. Churchill brothers are playing Inter-Kashi. Inter-Kashi in orange and white, and they're up against Churchill brothers in all black. So whistle has been blown early on, and this is how it happened. Pushing from behind. That was Fernandez pulled up for that push.
Silly, just to start the game with, pulling him down. It was Edmund, and now Stanley. He's going in and attacking cross. Wasn't a bad attempt. Just shied away of that 3 sticks. Arindam wouldn't anyway have been troubled by such a feeble attempt.
Sumit Pasi passing it long, doesn't find anyone from his team. It is Albin. And back to the other keeper, Subhashish Chaudhary. He's also very experienced, 37 years of age. And both the goalkeepers, in fact, are from Bengal. As Ajit Kumar. This is an attack from Churchill brothers. Good looking from the left. And that was a sliding tackle. So the ball goes out of play for a throw-in. Well, as I was saying, goalkeepers from Bengal. We have seen many goalkeepers playing in different clubs in I-League who came from Bengal. And that's another... No, nothing says the referee. The play goes on. That's Stanley Fernandez. Yes, that I was saying, we had so many goalkeepers coming from Bengal. We had Subrata Pal, Shilton Pal, we had Shubhashish, Devjit, and so many goalkeepers who donned the jerseys of different clubs. And going even further back, we had Atanu Bhattacharya, Tadamoy Bose, and further back Bhaskar Ganguly, and we had the legendary Pradyut Barman. And they all came from Bengal, and they were natural goalkeepers.
And just dragging that to the future as well. We have seen Shankar Roy for a brief while, and
Yes,
then
of course.
Samik Mitra as well. So there has been a good amount of keepers. And it seems like a very physical start from Churchill brothers. Time and again, not just the first time, and Kashi are a little frustrated already. And Churchill have possession back somehow.
Yes, of course, and Churchill at the moment are enjoying more possession. Albin back to Raj Chaudhary.
Well, Francis Bonnet seems like he's taken a bit of a strategy to press on Kashi, even though they're eventually committing those fouls on Kashi players. But the intent, if you see, is very, very aggressive from Churchill. Whenever Kashi have the ball, they're just not being allowed free time even for a second. And the one thing they have to be careful about, Churchill, is that in an attempt to do so, they shouldn't concede cards. Silly ones at early stages can really affect the course of the game.
Yes, of course, they're just a bit under pressure on that occasion. Beyond now finds Sandeep Mandi, Deepak Devrani, and Beyond. Well, in the team, they did not start in the last match, as Chavez finds the ball. Martin Chavez to Richard Costa. Back to Chavez, the man from Uruguay. A lot depends on him. A long ball comes in, but straight to the keeper, Arindam Bhattacharya. No problem whatsoever. But this man was also in his 30s, so both the keepers are in their 30s, very experienced. Meanwhile, a quick attack from Kashi. And that will be a corner. Oh dear. So a corner conceded. It's almost forcing himself to an error.
And that's why sometimes you do not need to do that extra bit. Jordan Lamela will deliver that left-footed corner, but Gianni was there too. Kashi on a side who like to bring innovation on the table. And Jordan Lamela is ready for Kashi's first corner. Delivers in the spot, not really dealt with well. And now Martin Chavez will go on the counter.
And a quick breakaway move there from Churchill brothers. Stanley Fernandez. Attack from the left. Chavez gets inside the penalty box. Still controls. This can be dangerous. Oh dear. It was almost a goal-scoring opportunity there. That was a good run down the left. Look at that once again.
Well, just a reminder what Martin Chavez can do. There was a tackle from Julian Perez, gets in a foot, but too much confusion in that back line, and Martin Chavez almost tried to chip Arundam Bhattacharya and find that far corner. And Inter Kashi have a throw in, but warning signs early on.
So some excitement there in the Inter Kashi goal. The Churchill brothers once again trying to control, losing out there. And Inter Kashi losing possession in the midfield quite cheaply, as Churchill brothers seem to control the midfield, as Oben finds Nischal. That's a wrong pass there. And this is a good opportunity for Inter Kashi. That was Stanley. Let's have a look at that once again. That was a handball. So a free kick awarded to Churchill brothers. Sporadic attack from Inter Kashi, not yielding any results so far. The score still reads Inter Kashi 0, Churchill brothers 0. Well, for the stats, Inter Kashi won the previous match against Churchill brothers 2-1.
Well, and surprisingly, both the scorers of that game for Inter Kashi are on the bench. Kayama Nikum and Jackie Chand Singh, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, but they have the firepower in Kashi. They have the bench strength as well, and Carlos Santamarina, he knows how and when to use his players. Meanwhile, Churchill creating an attack from the right. Looking for options. Coco on the overlap, cuts back. Solid from Sandeep Mande, and here's Edmund. He has got all those tricks to deal with those defenders.
And that was a back pass. Well, the other scorer in that match was Ricardo. So he's not there either. The only scorer for Churchill brothers in that match. Edmund tries to go past Gogo, the man from Manipur, and
well,
it's considered a free kick, isn't it?
Indeed, but a quick question. Gogo was more of leaning and falling already, so well, sometimes those decisions do not go in your favor, those 50-50 calls, but you have to deal with those and carry on with the game.
Yes, of course, and Inter Kashi are coming in attack, but only sporadically, and it seems that they're running out of men up front. Churchill brothers have been more compact in their attack. They're also controlling the midfield effectively at the moment. There is a free kick once again for Churchill brothers, and Chavez will be taking the free kick. He's already troubled the Inter Kashi defense on one occasion with that solo run from the left. Martin Chavez, the man from Uruguay, is taking the free kick. The captain of the team passes it square though. In comes to delivery, and the whistle has been blown for offside, is it?
It didn't seem to be, was it? But Nischal Chandan, towering figure in the box, such height, such composure, even in defense, rises up, and probably was a foul or an offside. Not sure, couldn't spot that, but he was being marked by Sumit Pasi, who was down for the time being. Inter Kashi won't be happy with the situation right now. Lamela brought down, and a bit of frustration from both the sides. Understandable, the situation they're in the league table. They're desperate for wins.
And that was the tackle, which is not good, says the referee. That is Richard Costa with that tackle. And Lamela will be taking the free kick. Jordan Lamela Garrido. Subhashish Chaudhary is ready. So is Lamela. And he floats it inside the penalty box. And a number of Churchill Brothers players finally. Richard clearing it out. And there to Lamela. In comes the delivery. And meanwhile, it has been controlled there by Stanley Fernandez. And back to Chavez now. Once again goes all by himself and he has been fouled.
Well, Kinson Furling though, he needs to get things under control. It's getting heated up, more of a clash of feet. Well, that is of course a foul in technical terms, but what I mean is it was more of a tangle than anything. Martin Chavez had a few exchange of words with Gianni Dos Santos, but surely the Inter-Kashi bench is not liking it. It's just in front of him. You can see Arata Izumi as well. Another of those Indian internationals, former Indian internationals, been serving the nation. And Churchill Brothers have a free kick and another opportunity. Sebastian Zo. Flat delivery, a different idea. Martin Chavez delivers and headed out from that box. A counter opportunity open. Jordan Lamela, 4 black shirts and still finds Gianni almost there.
Final clearance comes in and it's back to the Inter-Kashi players. Shifting play from right to left in fact. Beyond the left full back. The man who played for Jamshedpur reserve team and also for Rajasthan United before joining Inter-Kashi. Edmund. Lamela going for the ball, but the ball goes out of play. That will be another throw in, and once again Beyond goes for the throw in. He was not in the first 11 in the last match, Beyond. Good defending there from Churchill Brothers. And back to the Inter-Kashi half and Arindam. No problems whatsoever, just putting pressure there, Churchill Brothers players. And there comes the long clearance.
Well, a very high press at the moment from Churchill Brothers. Oh, that's a late challenge, and not sure how long the card will be in the pocket. This time he has avoided it. Inter-Kashi do not like it. Look at that. That is a very bad one.
Yes, of course, and lucky to get away with that without being booked. The ball goes out of play, so that will be another throw-in for Churchill Brothers. Chavez quickly is leaving the ball there. Fernandez, Obin. Take from the right is Emmanuel now. Emmanuel looking for options. He goes towards the right for Gogo in the overlap. This is a decent cross. And Emmanuel, will he take a shot? There was a shot, but a deflection, and that will be a corner, the first corner for Churchill Brothers, and the second corner of the match.
Credits to Gogo. He supported that run up front from Abdul Karim Sam, who has changed sides mid-season. And he'll be desperate to prove himself as well. One corner each, and this is the first one for Churchill Brothers. And that magical right boot of Martin Chavez, almost as if setting up for the corner kick. Can he create some magic for Churchill Brothers? He's ready. It'll be an in-swinging one. That is not the best of Chavez.
Yeah, I did not get the elevation that he would have liked to, but Churchill Brothers, no, it's not a throw-in for Churchill Brothers. Is it? Yes, it is. So that will be Nischal will be taking the throw-in, in fact. Nischal has the ability to throw it deep. So look at the run-up. It's almost a Shoaib Akhtar-like run-up for Nischal. Here he comes. And here he throws inside the penalty box, and that was a clever bit of a header. But no problem for Arindam on this occasion. Look at that. Arindam was manning the near post and had nothing wrong in that. So no problems for Kashi.
Well, I'm no coach, but just recalling what Steve and us discussed previously, that has been a strategy lately to try and find that near post during the corner kicks and just flick it back inside, and that is what Churchill brothers were trying. And you mentioned about Gogo and Beong a moment ago. Beong was with Rajasthan United coming to Kashi. But both of these fullbacks are on the same side of the pitch. Meanwhile, a foul on Lamela, just pulled from behind the two number 7s. But yeah, and that left-hand side of the pitch, or the near side of your screens, Beong and Gogo. These two have been so much talked about in the last season. Two of the best fullbacks, if not the best, in the season.
So Lamela gets ready with that free kick here. Comes a delivery that swings in, but no orange shirt. And finally, a hasty clearance, and a final clearance comes from Churchill Chandan, a very tall man manning the central defense.
Oh, that is a cheap giveaway, and for a moment, Kashi surely were thinking if this was their hard fortune coming their way. Thankfully, brilliant turn, John Lamela, with a Spaniard showing some sparkle. And now Gianni Dos Santos with the step overs to the right hand side, and there was a deflection on the way. And for the first time, the wingers come into play, and this bench has more of them. But look at that.
Yes, and finally, the foot from Sebastian coming in time. And he clears it at the cost of a corner, though. So the second corner for Kashi. And Kashi taking that corner.
Lamela, a different idea this time. Gianni Dos Santos, his cross is blocked. And they'll have a throw in. And that plan fails from the training ground. Sumit Basi just gets out of that box. He has to do his defending bit too. A new role for him. And now Gianni. Another cross. Too easy for the Churchill defense right now. They need to get Edmund and Gianni Dos Santos more into the game. Gianni just getting in now. Another cross, and that's a scuffed clearance from Churchill Chandan. And the more you apply pressure, the more mistakes are expected to come.
So Kashi having a good phase in this match in the last couple of minutes, and they get another corner, and once again it will be Lamela Garrido, the Spaniard, to get ready for that corner. He will be swinging it in. This is Lamela. In comes the cross. Once again, that was a different type of a strategy perhaps, but that did not work. But they will get another corner. Look at that.
Swinging in, good from positive rather from Atsal to try and get his head in the way, and second chance to correct the previous one. And Shubhashish Roy Chaudhary is in the way of that answer. Fran Gomez beats his man and finds a shot as well. Shubhashish called into action, and this is one man you have to do extremely well to go past.
A lovely shot. Perhaps the best attempt so far in this match. And equally good save there from Subhashish, but that will be another corner. Lamela with the variation this time. In comes the cross, but no orange shirt, and into Kashi, can they come back? No. The ball still with the Kashi players. Churchill brothers, in fact, could not come back with that quick counter-attack.
Well, the referee gets a piece of action, and he'll have to restart from the center of the park. And so many corners back to back. And Fran Gomes just shows a glimpse with that shot of his quality. A very technically sound player coming from the Atletico B side in Spain, on loan with Inter Kashi, and nutmegs Ajit Kumar. Gianni Dos Santos, a play on, says the official.
So another injury there, and look how it came about. That was a tackle, and then perhaps he got the foot awkwardly, and that was just a bit awkward there for Santos, but he is on his feet at the moment. A man from Netherlands. He played for Atletico Ottawa before joining Inter Kashi. Meanwhile, he has been shown a yellow card as well. He's surprised, isn't it?
Well, surprising. Seems like because of the... Well, I'm not sure, but at least the way he showed his shots, it seems like it's because of that color, but they already have a check before the game starts, and of course it matches their shoulder stripes of black. I'm not sure. That is very interesting from the match referee, and he's now having a chat with the assistant. There's the foul again. Well, foul wasn't given. The clash after the challenge. He got his foot on the ball, and he cancels out the yellow card.
Okay, so that has been cancelled out. So thankfully no booking for Dos Santos, so the man from Netherlands, and things will restart with the throw-in.
Well, sportingly given back to Churchill brothers. They played the ball out for Gianni to receive some treatment, but positive from the match official. We do not generally see decisions like that get reversed, but there's always scope to correct a mistake, and he was very open to it, and that is good to see.
Yes, of course, and you cannot change the decision once the match restarts. So the match was held up, and meanwhile it's Chavez now from the left with his skill. Go now. The man from Manipur. He finds Emmanuel. Will he cross? Emmanuel. That's a decent cross. And Fernandez holding on still. Emmanuel gets the ball back. Fernandez. Go. Will he cross? Yes, it does. And that was an attempted back volley. Chavez still holding on. So Churchill brothers putting more and more pressure now. Can they score from here? And in comes the shot from distance. That was really disappointing. So all that hard work coming to nothing with that shot.
Well, Aubin just having a try from the back. Had the space, but no real shot of connection. With two shots from him already. One probably from those set-piece situations. And right now with that shot. Larindam just wants his team to get going. He's the captain. Atsal leading the line. We have seen a few Indian players given duties to lead striker for Inter Kashi. Even Mohammad Asif, who is on the bench, he's got 3 goals on loan from Mumbai City FC. Even Gayaman Nikum is on loan. And here's Edmund. Soft, says the ref. Gogo was strong. And now Stanley. Emmanuel. Goko on the overlap is always present. But Sandip Mandi was there as well. And the throw-in has gone in favor of Churchill brothers, I believe. Hard-working right full back Francis Bonnet, even though he is not quite pleased with the score line, but surely with Goku's performance, he should be happy.
And the referee on your screen, you'll be restarting. He just cancelled out a yellow card that was inadvertently shown to Dos Santos. And the referee quickly correcting himself, something which usually we don't see. Meanwhile, it's Martin Chavez, the man from Uruguay, who will be taking the free kick. He has already made a mark in this match with his runs from the left. At the moment, he's taking the free kick from the right. Martin curls it, headed away. The Churchill brothers still controlling. That's a long ball. Easy clearance there from Deepak as the ball falls to Emmanuel. Chavez shifting to the right now. Chavez, that's a good wild pass. Chavez delivers! And no black shirt. That will be a throw-in for Churchill brothers though.
Well, this is excellent attacking display from Churchill brothers. The way they're passing it around, the understanding is there. Ajit Kumar still tries to find the pass and does find Emmanuel. A bit of trickery. Emmanuel, oh, it gets the better of Julian Perez for the time being, but there was backup to cover up for it. And Francis Bonnet, animated man at the moment. He wants that goal. He desperately wants his team to get the lead. We have crossed the halfway mark of the first half already. And it's 0-0 still. Churchill creating plenty of chances. Gogo with the throw. And Kashi might go on the counter, but Churchill have it back.
Once again, it's Oboon. Back to Nishchal Chandan. So Churchill brothers are controlling the proceedings. There's no doubt about that. Kashi are having some good phases, but sporadically only. They're not able to possess the ball. And Churchill brothers, look, they are possessing, they are playing a number of passes, and it's Martin Chavez now. In his own comfortable place to the left. He shifted to the right. And now he's back to the left. Once again, look, no orange shirt. Gogo finds Emmanuel. This is Richard Costa. Nishchal to the left. Sebastian. Back to Sebastian. So they're controlling, they're playing a number of passes. They're slowing down the proceedings whenever they feel like, and look at that once again, it's Richard. And they're also playing pressing football. Meanwhile, Gogo. Gogo once again. One-on-one. Gogo manages to get free of the defender and find a cross. Emmanuel. And finally, good defending from Kashi back to Arindam Bhattacharya.
Very risky. They're living on the lines, Kashi. But they have survived the first 28 minutes of threat so far. As you mentioned, Churchill controlling the game. Churchill dictating play at the moment, away from home at Kolkata. Well, I know there is no graph or no technology right now on the screen or anywhere to measure the mentality factor of the two teams. That was a foul on John Lamela, but the difference so far has been the mentality with which the two teams have approached the game. Churchill just wanted more. They're more hungry to get on to possession, to perform. Kashi look a little tired and not sure why exactly, but maybe strategical, maybe they are just taking it calmly right now. Gianni Dos Santos with the cross in. Gogo again, he's back in defense too, but Lamela shot will be cleared by Nishchal Chandan. And Churchill have it back for a second, and back with Churchill. Emmanuel looks a tricky customer. Peong deals with it.
So it's back to Sandeep, and Sandeep Mandi is a central defender. Sandeep Mandi knows this ground more than anybody else because he is from this town of Kalyani. He's played a number of matches here. He's a product of this town, and Kalyani lately has produced a number of players who are playing in the Calcutta Football League, and also in I-League, different teams in I-League. Now that is definitely a push from behind by Byong. And there is a football academy run by the Kalyani municipality. And we also know United Sports has its home ground in Kalyani. The team which is playing B Division I-League and also played quite well in the Calcutta Football League. As once again, Churchill brothers team possessing, and that was a rare blemish there, but can't take advantage over there. That was the Inter-Kashi player, Sebastian Lamela.
Lamela, Inter-Kashi would love a goal out here, the way things are going. And it'll just help their cause. Gianni, just behind Lamela. But now they have pushed numbers forward. Byong, Edmund, free for the first time. He loves to cut in, finds a cross. Not too dangerous for the Churchill defense. Excellent touch from Stanley. Now they can launch an attack. The vision was there, the execution wasn't. Martin Chavez is still on the race. Sumit Basi will cover it up. That's good to see the shake of hands, but Sumit Basi done ever so well at that new role. At the right full-back position.
Well, it's also good to see how Martin Chavez chased that ball. It was almost impossible, but he did not give up. He chased, and that shows the intensity, that shows the purpose that Churchill brothers are showing today. Monday. Nischal goes for a long ball. In for Sebastian. This is Emmanuel now. He crosses. And that was quite a dangerous bit of receiving, but well controlled in the end.
Well, dangerous, yet so calm and composed eventually from Sumit Basi, and Gianni Dos Santos was brought down, a push from behind by Sebastian. So that bench is really not happy with the way things are going. But Inter-Kashi, they're somewhat in a shell right now, caged, trying to come out of it and gradually pushing forward. Solid defending again. And an elbow from Martin Chavez. This might be the first card of the game. And of all men, it might be Martin Chavez. Well, the referee has still now kept the card in the pocket. Or is it for simulation? I'm still not sure which way the decision will go.
Yes, that was a clear elbow there. Number 10 on number 10. Chavez on Julen Perez. And the referee, I believe, has verbally warned him. And the coach looking at the watch. About 12 minutes of regulation time left before the whistle will be blown for the breather as Julen Perez. Attack from the right for Inter-Kashi.
Gianni back on the ball. Fran Gomez brings in a cross. The best of chances, and now Lamela's attempt just needed to be more precise than he was.
Well, that was one of the best opportunities that Inter-Kashi had. And he got a loose ball, but he could have also passed to Edmund Lalrindika, who was to the left, absolutely unmarked. And that was not to be for Inter-Kashi. So Inter-Kashi need to convert even half chances, because they're not able to possess the ball. If they can score against the run of play, then they will definitely be in the driver's seat. And one can be reminded of the fact that Churchill brothers have conceded late goals and also gave up a few advantageous positions in different matches. We'll come to that later on as Byong gets the ball. This is once again a good phase for Inter-Kashi. that was Lalrindika. Lamela. 1-on-1. That was good defending.
Excellent defending, not just once, but twice then. But they have the ball back. Atsal, he was thinking of a shot, but too many black shirts in front of him. But back to that defending piece from Gogo, and even before that, Edwin was under pressure from Orbin, I believe, and eventually out for Churchill Brothers throw in. That is top quality defensive display from Churchill Brothers. They haven't conceded too many goals in the league, just that they haven't scored too much as well. Just 14 goals conceded after 12 matches. Not the least, of course, but they're not too many to stay at 10th.
Yes, of course, and Churchill Brothers also conceded a few goals in very strategic situations, and we'll come to that later on as the match progresses. Well, if we come back to the Churchill-Inter-Kashi match in the first leg, Churchill were ahead, and then Inter-Kashi scored 2 late goals, and the same thing happened in the match between Churchill Brothers and Trinity Deccan, where they conceded a very late goal after equalizing.
So by that stat at least, it seems like Churchill Brothers majorly are a team who have been dominant in the first half, but they wash away somewhat in the second half as per things stands, and that is why they haven't got so many points. And Francis Bonnet isn't happy for that very reason, because his team isn't scoring yet in the first half, and he wants the goal. Jordan Lamela was creating an attack there for Inter-Kashi, stopped in his run, and Sumit Basi.
And Sumit doesn't take any risk whatsoever, because Martin Chavis was running for the ball.
Indeed. Richard Costa. And now Coco, the temp of the game in favor of Churchill, but Inter-Kashi somewhat allowing them as well. They're sitting deep. And now Martin Chavis, Sumit Basi just letting him know it's not an easy job to go past him, and that's some good defending from Inter-Kashi as well. And now Fran Gomez moving forward.
That was a good one-touch play from Inter-Kashi. It started with Deepak Devrani, and then that was Fran Gomez. With that touch, he was pulled up, so that will be a free kick in favor of Inter-Kashi, quickly taken.
Well, we couldn't watch that bit. We're still focusing on that foul. But one thing for sure, Fran Gomez was frustrated. He's probably asking how many times are you going to allow those fouls without a booking. And looks like Shubhashish Rai Chaudhary has some issues to deal with. The physio might be called upon. But just to remind you, or remind the viewers rather, and to ask you as well, it is 2024, and at both ends of the goal there's Shubhashish Rai Chaudhary and Arindam Bhattacharya. It's been almost like ages that we are watching them play.
Yes, of course, and they have proved that age is just a number. We've seen so many goalkeepers playing for quite some time. Shubhra Pal, if you can remember, just announced his retirement a couple of months back. He also played quite long as a goalkeeper, and this is Shubhashish Rai Chaudhary.
Well, what a time to mention in 2024 that he made his debut back in 2004-05, at least in terms of signing for a club in the senior level, Shubhashish Rai Chaudhary, and with completion of this 2024, he'll complete 20 years in this domestic circuit. Shubhashish, that's longevity. We talk about strikers, we talk about Sunil Chhetris and Cristiano Ronaldo's at the top level. These underrated men still out there giving their best at the national level league.
Yes, of course. Both Shubhashish and Arindam in their 30s. Shubhashish is 37 to be precise, Arindam 33, and they're going quite well as Emmanuel all by himself cuts in. That was Chavez. In comes a shot, very well defended. But Chavez had been fouled there. Advantage play was given by the referee, but finally the referee blows his whistle and he has awarded a free kick in favor of Churchill brothers. Look at that once again.
Well, exactly. This was the moment the play-on was allowed, and then again Chavez was fouled too. The play-on was still allowed, and then after the shot it was called back again. I'm not sure if to call it good or bad, but then Churchill will be happy with that decision. We could hear a few players saying which decision has he given and which decision is he not giving. They're a bit confused, but then it was a foul. There were two back-to-back challenges.
There were two fouls, and we wonder for which the referee actually blew his whistle. This was the second one. Elbow. My dear. That was nasty, isn't it?
Still no cards really for either of the teams, and Arvindam just making sure his wall is set. We were talking about him a while ago as well. He made his debut in 2007, and for this very side he's playing against Churchill brothers.
Yes, of course. And he played for, quite long for Churchill brothers, from 2007 to 2012, and then again 13-14 he played for Churchill brothers, and at the moment he is up against his old team. Arindam is playing for Kashi, and at the moment he may find himself busy as Chavez is ready with a free kick. There is a human wall in front as well. It's Martin Chavez with a shot. He misses the target. So no problem for Arindam, no problem for Kashi.
Well, so much calculations and tactics were being placed before the free kick, but it was a direct attempt. Sometimes it's also a plan to confuse your opponents of what is coming towards you, and then go for a direct attempt, the natural, normal one, the norm which we have seen over the years. Takashi's attacks have been numbed. Have to praise Gogo time and again. Edmund has been an attacking force for them, and Byong as well supplies and goes on overlap, but both of them have been silent by that one man on the right-hand side of the Churchill defense, which is Gogo.
Well, this time Arindam was made busy by his own teammates with a rather precarious back pass, but nothing happened as Subhashish Chaudhary now at the other end is in action. It's a long volley, and this is Fernandez.
Well, 55% possession for Churchill. They had 62 a while ago, and now Kashi trying to crawl back. Abdul Karim is there, and the flag eventually will go up after a few appeals for offside.
Look at that, clearly offside, and that was the flag from the near end. Assistant referee taking his time. Lamela. Can Kashi score one before the breather? Because they did have some good moments, but could not take advantage of those chances that came their way. Sumit. Perez. Sandip Mandi back to Arindam Bhattacharya. He restarts with Deepak Devrani. Acrobatic header. But Kashi getting the ball back but losing out once again. Ajit has been fouled. Well, that was a quick shot, but the whistle was blown even before that.
Well, look at that attempt again, but it was a foul given for that little nudge on Ajit. It wasn't too much, just the slightest of contacts. Ajit made sure he made the most out of that, and the referee gives a free kick, and Subhashish rises because it is the final minute of regulation time, and few more will be added on. And they want to get that goal too, Churchill brothers. That'll be much helpful. 2 minutes. So many fouls, but not too many stoppages. They were quick to restart play. Martin Chavez. towards the right. Emmanuel, that's a clever ball. Martin Chavez is everywhere right now, and he'll win a corner to try and end the half on a high.
Yes, Martin Chavez quickly changing flanks. At times he's moving to the right. And Sumit Pasi did have a tough time, but has managed to keep Martin Chavez at bay so far. Meanwhile, here is the corner, in comes the shot, and the Inter Kashi players crowding the defense. Lavrindika back to Arindam. Go for a long shot, but that will go straight to Aubin. Nischal back to Subhashish. Well, we have been talking about the goalkeepers, and the goalkeepers are getting the ball too often now. And we're seeing some end-to-end football, but some back passes as well.
Well, more on the feet, there was action from the goalkeepers, but they'll be happy. They do not want to be tested as long as they have the clean sheet. That's a heavy touch from Arindam. Just recovers somehow. And Atsal, oh, he'll get the ball back. That's a mistake from Aubin. Edmund is free. He might try himself, Atsal. And the shot is blocked. Edmund is not happy. But the Inter Kashi will have a corner. Look at those moments of frustration. Edmund
Can't believe it. He was absolutely unmarked, and he thought Atsal will be finding him, but he took a shot targeting the goal and took some time as well, allowing the defender to block, and Lamela with the corner now. Some last-minute action in the Churchill goal mouth. Not the best of corners taken, and that will be a foul. Perhaps the card will be coming out this time. The hand is inside the pocket. The referee, yes, finally a card for Sumit Pasi. Look at that, Chavez and Sumit Pasi. Yes, that was the hand, and he was claiming that it was not done on purpose, but the referee says enough is enough. Finally, the card comes out.
Well, tell you what, the referee was about to blow for half-time, and I thought Pasi did well to win the ball back, get the challenge, get between the man and the ball and win it back, but then the swing of the arm.
And he still has the card.
Well, there's someone else who is going onto the books
Yes,
as well. It is Francis Bonnet.
Now the coach also getting a yellow.
And there's more to come, maybe. Not really.
And finally, he's writing the names, and he has also blown the whistle for half-time in the meantime, and so that's a half-time score then. Inter Kashi 0, Churchill Brothers Football Club Goa 0.
Well, a very closely fought affair, and the coach having a word with Edmund in the background as we see at half-time. The stats, 52% possession for Churchill Brothers, Inter Kashi crawling back into it, 48%, 7 shots from Churchill to 4 from Inter Kashi, but the point is both of them have just 1 on target. Few fouls here and there, 6 corners, Inter Kashi leading that stat, but 2 for Churchill Brothers, and they will look to come out with same intensity in the second half, which is the difficult part. And the 4 shots from Inter Kashi.
Right, so getting 2 of them, Frank Kume's 1 and Lamela 1. So shots were taken, and these are the shots taken by Churchill Brothers. 3 more, 7 in all. And these are the breakups, and these are the white spots from where the shots were taken. But none of the shots finding the back of the net. So the score still remains 0-0, and these are the fouls committed by Inter Kashi, 8 in all.
Well, a bit too many. 2 from Pasi and Edmund, Chiani Dos Santos, Lamela, Atsal and Sandeep Mandi with 1 each across the park, and even Churchill Brothers with too many of them. So with Pasi picked up a yellow card in the last moment, just at the point of half-time. But in Churchill Brothers, they avoided a booking, but too many fouls there as well. 10 of them. Stenley with 3, Costa with 2, Aubin, Ajit Kumar, Martin and Nischal Chandan with 1 each. But that being said, we'll have a look at the story of the first 45 minutes and how things went by. From the very first second of the game, it was aggressive intent from Churchill brothers, and they wanted the lead. They tried for it, but it wasn't enough. They took the lead against Kashi in the reverse fixture, in the previous fixture, but today they haven't.
Well, it started a bit physically, and this was the first real chance for Churchill brothers and Martin Chavez, and that was another good opportunity. A few fouls, a few good saves, a few good shots, and that was a very good save effected by Subhashish Chaudhary. Lamela getting that chance. Churchill brothers did control the midfield, so this was the final moment when a couple of yellow cards were shown, one to the player, one to the coach. So at half-time at the Kalyani Stadium, the score reads Kashi 0, Churchill Brothers Football Club 0, and we'll be coming back with more action on the other side of the break. So stay tuned. Welcome back to the Kalyani Stadium for second half action of match number 89 between Inter Kashi and Churchill Brothers Football Club Goa. Well, in the first 45 minutes, none of the teams were able to score, and the scoreline still reads Inter Kashi 0, Churchill Brothers Football Club Goa 0. And both the teams are back on the ground. On the right of your screen, in all black, is the Churchill Brothers team, and in orange and white are the players from Inter Kashi. And Inter Kashi will be playing from left to right of your screen, and they will be starting proceedings. We have to wait and see whether the deadlock is broken. Churchill Brothers definitely had the better of the exchanges in the first half, but Inter Kashi did have their chances but could not capitalize. So we have to wait for another 3/4 of an hour to see whether any team can score. Inter Kashi scored twice against Churchill Brothers in the match in the first leg, and won the match by 2-1 after Churchill Brothers scored first. So coming from behind, Inter Kashi did win and get 3 points from that match. Harindam Bhattacharya, as you saw him just a moment back on your screen, did have a decent match so far, and so did his counterpart Subhashish Chaudhary. And here we go, the beginning of the second half. Inter Kashi playing from the right to the left of your screen. And Churchill coming to the rescue straight away, and Inter Kashi will get a throw in. So there is a substitution. Asif is in and Edmund is out, it seems, and in comes a cross.
Well, that is a bit surprising for me. Asif is more of a player who likes to play central, so is Atsal. More like for like, that would have been a change, but Edmund, he was a bit frustrated, we saw in the first half, wasn't getting those chances. Might be a tactical switch from Carlos Xavier Santa Marina, maybe a little bit of tweak in formation. Those wings were not working well. Churchill Brothers were just covering both Edmund and Gianni Dos Santos time and again. And that is why probably he's gone for the change. Pressure on Arvindam. And somehow dealt with. And now Martin Chavez. Churchill have started with the intensity on. Martin Chavez. No one was expecting the shot, but Arvindam, he knew in his mind all the possibilities were open. Look at that. A bit of risk taken by the captain. Hatsal right now has slotted on the wings, or rather Asif, who is slotted on that wing. 8 shots from Churchill Brothers, 4 from Inter Kashi, and an early change. I would have perhaps thought that Sumit Pasi might have been taken off, and Lalwa Thara is an option out there, because Pasi just got that booking just before the break. And at the same time, if you had to bring on a winger, there was Jackie and Gam and Nikum waiting on the bench, so surely it is tactical. And foul against Atsal.
So that is an attack from Adsal. And finally, a free kick has been awarded, it seems, in favour of Churchill Brothers, as Subhashish Chaudhary will be getting ready to take the free kick. One of the senior-most players in the I-League. He's 37 and is going strong still. Subhashish Chaudhary played for East Bengal, Mahindra United, Tempo, ATK Kerala Blasters. There's another attack, this time from Perez.
Well, look at that A bit of an elbow swing from Emmanuel first and then Stanley from behind. If not mistaken, there you see 4 is the stat on the screen. I was just about to point that out. This is now the 3rd or 4th time and we've got the stat 4 that he has gone into such a rough challenge and he's still been avoiding that referee's book somehow. Lucky really. And the cross comes in. And Nischal Chanda, an awkward looking clearance. And now Fran Gomez, he had got a shot in and now gets another one. It looks like he favors his left more.
Well, that was a decent attempt. Lamela and Fran Gomez taking that shot. And just swinging out. So Kashi once again having a good phase. As Emmanuel now gets free. Emmanuel still holding on. Emmanuel goes all by himself. And finally it has been cleared there. Boyong clearing the ball and that will be a throw-in. Emmanuel leaves the ball. And he goes inside a penalty box. And look at that. Emmanuel going all by himself, but that touch was just a bit too heavy. And Karim was waiting for the ball in the middle. Meanwhile, the throw-in comes in inside the penalty box, and that has been a foul, and that will be a free kick in favor of Kashi. Sandeep Mandi has been fouled.
He's pointing out there was an elbow again. We'll probably have a look at it again. There you see. It was his own man probably colliding into him. Not sure exactly what happened there.
Yeah, it seems that there were 2 Kashi players involved, but Kashi.
It's not been given as a foul.
So that was a drop, and the match restarts after the drop. As Kashi trying to get forward. Mandi. Long ball. But easily dealt with by the Churchill brothers defenders, and that will be a throw-in. So we have seen 1 substitution, and maybe we'll be seeing some more fresh pair of legs.
Well, there you saw the man on your screen, Lal Watara, as well as Nico and Edmund Lal Mdika, he is Kashi's first ever goal scorer in the I-League. Has got 1 goal and 2 assists in the I-League so far. Has scored in the Super Cup too. Very much in the mix of things. Purely strategical decision from the head coach today, and I'm hoping that Santa Marina's homework pays off.
So Nischal once again with a long throw inside the penalty box. In comes the ball. Chavez was aiming for that, and this is a loose ball. Will that be an offside? And the goal has been given. So Emmanuel has got the first goal of the match, and Churchill brothers go up. So the first goal coming from Emmanuel. Look at that once again.
Well, I think it came off an Kashi player. That is why it was not given. But otherwise, it is clearly an offside. It is more of a deflection, is what they're saying.
But the flag was up, it seems.
Yeah, indeed. That is why the complaints are Arvindam rushing to the referee. There's still some complaints going on.
Yes, assistant referee's flag was up. But the Churchill brothers players are enjoying, and they are celebrating. But Kashi players still not happy with the decision. They are contesting the decision. So it's all happening here. And if you can have a look at it once again, look at that.
We'll have a watch at the assistant referee as well at that point of time. Maybe the flag was up because the players were at offside position, but that deflection probably made the referee think that it is more of a touch from a orange shirt, and then well, nothing is going in favor of Kashi at the moment. But this man will be a happy man. Emmanuel Coffee SEN. And a yellow card for Santa Marina as well. So both the coaches on a yellow right now.
Yes, and there was in fact a big deflection, it seemed, which is why offside was not given. Although the player who scored, Emmanuel, was in the offside position. But the ball came from an orange shirt, it seems. So at the moment, the scoreline reads Churchill Brothers 1, Kashi 0. Chavez now. Can he double the score? Sebastian holding on. In comes the delivery. And this time, the whistle has been blown.
Well, probably a push on the back of the defender. But Kashi need to be quick. Gianni Dos Santos is quick indeed. And he is running forward up against Nischal. Watch the ball till the very end. And got his body on the way of that cross.
So a corner. Good defending from Nischal at the cost of a corner though. So that's a corner. Dos Santos will be taking, or will that be Lamela? So all eyes on the Churchill Brothers goal. Lamela will be swinging it in. That is rather disappointing. Churchill Brothers need to hold on because they have conceded a couple of goals after scoring one. We have seen it against Kashi in the first leg. We have seen they concede a very late goal against Srinidhi Deccan as well. Meanwhile, another cross. Lamela gets the ball back. Will he cross it again? Yes. And then comes a shot, and that's a goal. Villain Perez, in fact, that's a Mohamed Adsal who scores.
Well, probably I thought it was Asif, but seems like Atsal was right at the spot. And Kashi have the much needed equalizer.
And that was what I was saying. Churchill Brothers need to hold on, but they have conceded the equalizer very early. Look at that. In comes the cross, and that was an acrobatic attempt to clear by Nischal. He could have done better, and that was a loose ball for Adsal. And he finishes off in style. So it's 1-1 here at the Kalyani Stadium.
So seems like both their forward recruits, Asif and Atsal, they love to score goals. They have been scoring lately. As I mentioned at the start of the game, 3 for Asif. And this is probably the second in these 2 months for Atsal as well. He scored against Rajasthan United.
Yeah, in fact, if you come back to that replay, we'll see that, well, that clearance coming from Nischal was really disappointing. He could have easily cleared it. He could have volleyed that ball out, or rather, instead of going for that acrobatic header. Lamela gets a loose ball again. So Churchill Brothers with a number of errors at the moment. The goal scorer, Adsal, not finding Lamela, but he will get a throw-in for his team. Mohamed Asif, the substitute. He finds Byong now. Byong with the throw-in. In comes another cross from Byong. Meanwhile, opportunity for Dos Santos. Dos Santos crosses. That's a good cross. Just not able to get that touch, Asif. And that's a foul, a free kick there from a dangerous position. So Fran Gomez has been fouled. Look at that.
Well, Fran Gomez goes through Ajit so easily, and that Spanish class, and there was a few flying challenges after he was brought down. Fran Gomez will probably fancy it. Lamela has the quality too. There's the replay again. Collects it, goes through Ajit. Tackle from behind, and then a bit of tempers flaring. We'll look and find out who takes the shot. But Kashi have got the goal eventually, and now look a bit more threatening. And at the same time, you were talking a while ago how Churchill brothers need to hold on to that 1-0 lead, which they haven't been able to do previously. And the story is going that way somewhat. That'll be Fran Gomez. It seems he's ready, and the wall is ready as well. Fran with his left, just a delicate chip. That wouldn't really test Subhashish as such, but he'll still have to parry it away.
So Fran Gomez with that shot on target. With Subhashish Chaudhary managing to punch that ball out. Another corner, Lamela will be swinging it in. In comes the corner. That was attempted header from Adsal, goal scorer. And the ball goes out of play. Asif cannot keep the ball in play, so that will be a goal kick in favour of Churchill brothers. So Churchill brothers defenders at the moment are all over the place. Kashi taking full advantage of that, and Lamela turning and earning a free kick for himself and for his team.
Well, there is a change coming in. Meanwhile, you can see the number 11 up on the board. And it is for Churchill brothers as Faisal Ali. He knows this ground very well in Ladri.
Yes, of course, Faisal, who played for Mohammedan Sporting, is now on the ground in place of Emmanuel.
Well, interesting change. A foreigner taken off, the goal scorer taken off, and Faisal Ali comes on, bringing on that pace, a little extra on the table. Gogo has been kept silent. I would say that is good from Santa Marina, that he brought on Asif on that side. And since that time in the second half, we haven't seen Gogo go on the overlap, even though Churchill have scored. But that was from a defensive error. But he has not been allowed to cross that halfway line. And Kashi gradually coming back. We saw the possession stats a moment ago. 52%, 51% for Kashi. And here's Gianni Dos Santos. Here's options up front. And now Lamela onto it. Good defending from Richard Costa.
So Kashi now attacking, and attacking in waves. And look at that, Lamela. Very timely clearance from Richard Costa. So another corner. Once again, it will be Lamela. So corner number 10. In comes the cross. Headed away by Nischal. And that was an opportunity for Perez. Off target.
Well, Sandeep Mandi was waiting for that outside the box. Just a check back, and the shot didn't connect well. Hit at the bottom of the ball, always rising. Sebastian. Oh, that was a bit of a clumsy challenge. Asif is moving forward. Asif running past everyone at the moment, and now Atsal's shot takes a deflection and thankfully takes off the venom as well.
Well, could have been a spectacular goal had he gone through, but one touch too many there for Asif. Look at that. He goes past two, and then he's trying to do too much over there. Obin standing in front of him like a mountain over there. Deepak Devrani finds Sandeep Mandi. Attack from the left now. Will that be a foul? No, says the referee. Play on. And this time a quick counter attack as Faisal gets the first touch here. Faisal. Oh, that's a decent pass. Faisal, will he take a shot? Deflection. Still black shots over there. in the form of Martin Chavez, the captain. Martin Chavez, will it cross? Yes, it does. Faisal, or rather that was Stanley Fernandez.
Well, tell you what, I'm sure Martin Chavez, he wasn't as such thinking of the cross. He was in two minds trying to curl it in that corner. Turned out to be a good cross eventually. But Stanley wasn't expecting that, just ran an inch extra.
So, some good attack, some good moves there from Churchill brothers. They need to have more of them as Chavez gets the ball and he finds Karim. Decent pass there. Back to Chavez. He holds on rather too long this time and loses the ball. Churchill can't keep the ball in play.
Well, just a moment ago, Gianni Dos Santos, he has got some pace and tricks in his back, but just a moment ago we saw a challenge in the midfield on the other side of the pitch when Churchill was creating that attack, and that was allowed play on where Byong was caught out. He was in attack, joining attack, and no foul was given, no card was given, and once again a clip from behind and no card is given, nothing given. I'm not really a fan of referees giving too many cards, but at this point of time 15 fouls from Churchill brothers, no cards have been shown. You need to get control on the game, otherwise these challenges will come flying more. Even into Kashi we saw just as an answer to that challenge which wasn't given as a foul I was talking about. Fran Gomez slid in as well in the background of that.
As Deepak Devrani. Once again, Churchill brothers are pressing. They did allow a lot of space to Kashi at the beginning of the second half. Nischal. Faisal. His second touch, another foul, another free kick, and no card, as Basha was pointing out. This was perhaps not a card offence, but anyway, it could have been a goal-bound movement because no one was behind this defender over there. So.
Well, he's just trying to keep the game clean at the moment, but it isn't at all clean on the pitch. Fouls everywhere from both the teams, and maybe they needed to bring some in, and now Stanley brings in a cross just ahead of Abdul Karim Samb. Both teams looking dangerous when they go up front. The midfield has been a bit clumsy for both sides, and the defense has been solid as well. But giving you a probable future up front for us to watch. Jackie and Nikum scoring in that fixture when they faced Churchill brothers last time.
Yes,
they're both on the bench. What about them coming on and sealing the deal for Kashi?
Yes, maybe. That's an interesting observation. Ricardo for Churchill brothers is not in the team list as well. So none of the three men scoring goals in the last fixture are not on the ground. Meanwhile, 2 goals have been scored today though. And Absal scoring 1 back for Kashi after Emmanuel scored the first goal of the match for Churchill brothers. So both the goals came in the second half after the first half ended with a goalless score sheet. Deepak Devrani, who played for Gokulam Kerala. Decent cross there. Oh dear. That was an error the coach will not like to see from Adsal, the goal scorer. He was in 2 minds perhaps.
Well, trying a bit of showboating, not needed at that phase of play or that situation, but we'll have to talk about the 2 assistant coaches as well. Arata Izumi for Kashi and Mario Soares for Churchill brothers. They have done their job in the background silently behind these 2 teams' performances. And that shows sometimes not talked about the assistant coaches, but they do give their inputs in, which creates a difference.
Not the best touch from Ajit, almost losing the ball there. Well, this is Karim now. He has space in front. Goes for a square pass to Stanley Fernandez. Good defending from Kashi on this occasion.
It was just behind Faisal, and that is why he couldn't control it, and good defending as well. And the game is opening up gradually. Both teams sense the need of a lead. Here's Martin Chavez. Sebastian on the overlap. And now Sebastian will look for the best of options. It is Faisal Ali, and now Martin Chavez. Solid from Sumit Pasi, but the shot from Sebastian straight to the hands of Arindam.
Yes, that was a shot on target, but look at that attempt. All going to Martin Chavez, and then Sebastian coming with that shot, but straight to the keeper. And Arindam doing everything right, getting his body behind the ball. So getting all the basics right. He's an experienced goalkeeper. So is Subhashish Rai Chaudhary as Lamela gets the ball.
A bit of creativity hidden in that mind of his, Stanley Fernandez. He's tried that, but just talking about those fouls. And Sumit Pasi has been fouled. And Martin Chavez, he has to be careful with those reactions too.
Martin Chavez not happy with the decision. It seems he did push Sumit Pasi. Sumit Pasi made the most of that and fell on the ground readily. Arindam will be taking the free kick himself. The score reads Kashi 1, Churchill Brothers 1. Churchill Brothers scored the first goal through Emmanuel, and then it was equalized by Adsal. Adsal gets the ball. Dos Santos holding on, the man from Netherlands, Dos Santos. He has two players to defend, and finally he loses the ball. As Karim tries to put pressure, but finally the ball has been cleared away by Arindam.
Well, Hulan Perez launches it long, and now Rahul Raju is on the ball. He was trying to find Abdul Karim, but couldn't. And Kashi are really not getting any sort of control in the game. Silky from Sebastian. And now Ajit. Rahul Raju again. He has seen Faisal Ali, but Abdul Karim in the way of that. It wasn't directed towards him, but just on the path.
Well, he had two players up front. He had Faisal and he had Karim. He went for Karim. He was rather in an awkward position at that time when he received the ball. Ajit. Gogo. Loses out, but he will get a throw in.
Well, and just that is why head coach Santa Marina brought in Asif in place of Edmund. And you can see there in the background one of those two names, Jackie Chan Singh, is ready to come on in a moment or so.
Nischal with a long clearance. He aims towards Martin. Martin will get the ball. He has two defenders. Tries to go past both. Appealing for a free kick. Referee says play on. That was not the best way to defend though, as Santos gets the ball. A long pass, and Subhashish Rai Chaudhary controls. That was Asif trying to get the ball.
And that was experience from Subhashish. Heart in the mouth moment for some. And now Chavez is free. so much space allowed for one rare time. He finds it across and the header is wide. And that should have been 2-1. Flying header from Rahul Raju.
Yes, of course, and that was a golden opportunity for Churchill brothers to go ahead in this match. Look at that. And that was a free header. And Martin Chavez can't believe it. Another change this time for Kashi.
Well, so here comes Jackie Chand Singh. He replaces Atsal. So basically right now it will be Mohammad Asif who will play that central role. Jackie from one side and Gianni Dos Santos from the other side. Arindam is struggling a bit. I'm not sure what exactly is the issue, but the physio will have a check. But talking about the man who just came on, Jackie Chand Singh, 2 goals and 2 assists already in the I-League.
Of course, and for the viewers, let us remind that Jackie Chand scored 1 goal against the same opponent, Churchill brothers. And that was Jackie Chand's first goal of that match, and that was the first goal of the match in fact, and Nikum scored the second. Jackie Chand scored on the 52nd minute, Nikum scored on the 87th minute, the dying minutes of the match. Ricardo for Churchill brothers scored in the first half. So Churchill brothers could not hold on to that lead, and today as well we have seen Churchill brothers conceding a goal very quickly after scoring 1. So once again Churchill brothers are unable to hold on to the lead. We have to wait and see whether they can get back to the lead and win this match, get as many as 3 points, or will it be deja vu here at the Kalyani Stadium with Kashi winning again, scoring another goal after equalizing. So everything is open, so let's wait and see. We have how many minutes left? Around 15 more minutes.
I love that word, deja vu. Not sure if we'll see that here today, but the possibility is on. But Asif wants to change things maybe. Lamela loves his left. Not enough, and needs to keep it on target. Dropping shoulders.
Look at that, Lamela getting in position, getting behind the ball, but just not able to get the target. He is disappointed with himself, very upset it seems. And Subhashish Chaudhary won't mind that. He wants his players to score another goal and seal the match. Churchill brothers desperately need 3 points from this outing. Kashi will also go for 3 points. At the moment, the score is 1-1 as the other keeper, Orindam Bhattacharya, gets the ball. Once again, another long ball. Once again, another time it's back to Subhashish Chaudhary. It's goalkeeper versus goalkeeper at the moment at the Kalyani Stadium. Once again, will that reach Orindam? No, it doesn't, thankfully. Some touch from the other players. Rahul, he has come as a substitute. And in comes the shot, and that's Chavez, just not able to get the touch. Oh dear, that was a good opportunity there. Go with that pass. Look at that. Oh dear.
Close
It was
call.
very close.
Churchill enjoying possession, and Gogo brings it across again. Sumit Pasi heads it out. Lamela is there trying to defend his lines. That's a giveaway. A few deflections on the way. Sebastian Zo. Faisal Ali. Martin Chavez. Good combination. Rahul Raju allowed to shoot. Franco tracks back to block it.
Perhaps he just took a bit longer, a bit more time. Look at that. Just taking a bit longer there to shoot the ball and allowing the defender to come in and block. That is Rahul, who came as a substitute to Stanley Fernandez. As Nischal now with yet another long throw inside the penalty box, headed away. And Rahul once again gets the ball, tries to play a wall. But that was a wide shot. And the ball goes out of play. So that will be another goal kick, and Arindam Bhattacharjee will be getting ready. So we have seen Arindam and Subhashis getting the ball so many times, not tested as many times, as Fran Gomez goes out, it seems.
Well, it seems like Fran Gomez has been taken off and Tomba Singh has come on. But meanwhile, a chance. Faisal Ali brings in a cross up to Kareem, and a shot again on the second attempt, flies wide. It was Ajit Kumar, I believe. A good attacking football from Churchill. And up to Kareem. It was a save, in fact, from Arindam. Solid. And that's how close Abdul Kareem gets to scoring. And he's still waiting for that moment which he can celebrate. Eyes on this man. Arindam Bhattacharjee still leading his side. Well, so Haupam Tomba Singh is the man who has come on. There's the confirmation. Plays as a defensive midfielder, has grown into a central and attacking role around the players he has here in Kashi, coming up from the Classic Academy in Manipur Classic Football Academy, and the guidance of the all experienced Ranjit Singh.
Yes, of course, and a lot of footballers have come up from, from Manipur, from Imphal. And we have seen the Imphal derby bringing in so many spectators. Team Road Athletic Union play Neroka. At the moment, both the Imphal teams are in Kalyani, and both are having their home matches in this very ground at the Kalyani Stadium.
Well, talking about spectators, just if you have a look on that background there and on the sides, even though of course it is not a packed house, it is not the natural home for Kashi or either of the teams, but still there's a decent amount of people who have come in the galleries to watch and enjoy their football. That is the love for the game in the city of Joy, and well, that is why they call Kolkata one of the hubs of Indian football. And while there's two changes getting ready for Churchill brothers, Louis Ogana being one of them. Arindam, more of a clearance on that occasion, will fall back to Gogo. He's still got the legs. Oh, that header backwards doesn't walk in favor of Kashi. Abdul Kareem cuts it back. Faisal Ali will wait for the substitutions after this, and this is a chance for Rahul Raju, facing the wrong side, and the cross is easily dealt with. Kashi will look to go in attack.
So things have opened up a lot for both the teams. They're getting in attack. Here comes the cross. Gogo here controlling. Will that be a foul? Yes, of course. Free kick awarded to Kashi. Tempo's just a bit losing. Yes, Tempo's running loose at the moment. That's not the scenes that we want to see in football, as a substitution has taken place. Number 88, Chika Ajulu is in. That is Dos Santos, and Gogo with that foot.
Well, tell you what, both of them have got a yellow card, but confirmation of the change meanwhile. But Gogo, he's one man who doesn't care who is up against him, be it the likes of someone huge like Boba Minu or whoever on the pitch comes up. He is up for a challenge, and that is what he exactly did there, but more of a tangle and the aftermath got them into the books. That little quarrel and argument. Gogo still having a go at Gianni Dos Santos. and they need to be careful. Both of them just got a yellow card. They're still having a go at one another. Well, unless and until it's on the pitch bout of one-on-one competition, because Gianni Dos Santos probably now will move to that side of the pitch with Jackie coming on.
Yes, we have seen very less number of yellow cards, but well, arguments and altercations may invite a second yellow for a player, and that will be a red. So they need to be very cautious. And in comes the cross straight to the keeper, Subhashish Roy Chaudhary.
Well, Gianni Dos Santos was looking for someone to approach it. Too close to Subhashish. He was looking to distribute it quickly and didn't find options. They need more of possession in Kashi to create something. They do not have anything as such. A solid challenge. Back with Churchill. Luyukana tried to feed it through, and the other change was Luyukana in place of Abdul Karim Samba. Tamba gets a touch. Excellent control on that. But a very poor pass after that. Faisal. Gogo. He's ready for every challenge. And so is Deepak Devrani. Back with Gogo. Endless energy. The double E for Gogo. Confirmation of the yellow cards. Gianni Dos Santos. Another cross comes in. Oh, that was a very poor shot from Chica.
Here's the first touch from Chica. Not that impressive, to say the least. Chica and Luyugana, two new men in the attacking third for Churchill brothers. Can they make a difference? Can they score and break the deadlock? So it's still open for both the teams. In fact, they are going in attack, and we are watching an end-to-end match as Gogo, a man who has taken a lot of workload for Churchill brothers. He has been with the team from since 2018, Churchill brothers. Before that, he was in the B team of Bengaluru FC. But this free kick was not that good. Santos, very quick run. Lamela gets the ball. Can Kashi score? Oh, that touch was rather heavy.
Well, it was again Gogo up against Gianni Dos Santos, and he's not enjoying it. Very physical, and he has stayed onside here. Cross comes in, and now Tomba. A wayward attempt, and that'll go out of play. But just calling back to that incident, there were a few appeals from the bench as well. Gianni Dos Santos not at all enjoying whatever going on. But just a reminder, we so many times mentioned the last fixture where Kashi won 2-1 and Nikom and Jackie scoring. The winning goal for Kashi came at the 88th minute of the game, and we are approaching that mark, and it was Jackie who scored it. And there's another interesting story with Jackie and Kashi. Oh, there's another push down, and the decision is gone against Gianni Dos Santos, and Gogo is still having a go at him. This is one entertaining battle. Asif with the cross in. Was there a push? Was there a push? Was that angle not covering it?
Yeah, a contest within a contest there, but we have to see what happened really. The free kick went the other way. Dos Santos was appealing for a penalty. But the free kick has been given to Churchill brothers. Yes, we are heading towards that 88th minute. And that goal was scored on the 88th minute by Kashi.
Well, and just calling back to what I was saying about that goal of Jackie Chand Singh, is that there is another interesting story which I found out. Which I found out was that it was way back in 2011 in the Federation Cup when Jackie was playing for Royal Wahindo. There was a match against Churchill brothers where Jackie scored a 53rd minute winner in a 2-1 contest. It was an upset for Churchill brothers, and seems like this is one opponent Jackie likes to score against.
Yes, of course, and he has a few more minutes though, as Kashi come back in attack, but those shots will not help them. The coach is quite animated as Churchill controls. He finds Rahul. Back to Rahul. That was dangerous play, definitely. Deepak Devrani has been fouled. Look at that. Rahul controlling, and that was dangerous. And that was in fact Mohammad Asif who has been fouled. So a free kick has been awarded to Kashi and Arindam Bhattacharya. Ogana as yet. We just saw him in the screen, but not with the ball. And Sebastian has been pulled up for pushing over there. Look at that. That was Asif.
Well, indeed, it was Sebastian with the pull from
foul.
behind.
So 4 minutes have been added. So will the deadlock be broken? As Lamela gets ready with that free kick. He's swinging it in. A lot of orange shirts, but none of them getting that header right. And that is Asif. But the foot was too high. Dangerous play. That will be a free kick in favor of Churchill brothers. Have a look at that once again. Now this time the foot was too high. And Churchill once again going for the header.
Well, not sure if there was contact, but surely it was a high boot with studs showing.
So we are already in added time. And Churchill brothers did concede a goal in the match against Trinity Deccan at the 4th minute of added time. As Chavez this time, Martin Chavez runs across. Not the best of touch. For Faisal, he gets into the penalty box. Very well defended there. And Asif comes in the rescue, coming deep inside his own territory.
Top defending from Kashi. Faisal Ali was through. Look at that burst of pace. Avoids the challenge, and Deepak Devrani, with all his experience, gets himself in the way to block Faisal Ali. But time is running out. We're into additional minutes. 4 minutes remaining here. Or rather, 4 has been added. No, that is wayward. It is a football match, just a reminder.
Tom Bussing, look at that. Oh dear. Boxing and wrestling coming together. Referee doesn't like it.
A new sport. But Martin Chavez, meanwhile, Coco. Is there a late winner? Avoids Jackie's challenge. Brings in a cross. Louis Ogana! Well, the whistle was gone for some reason. But that's excellent work from Arindam as well.
Yes, of course. And the ball, in fact, eventually went inside. That was Ogana. Let's have a look at that again. What happened? Well, couldn't find much from that replay though. Ogana is not satisfied with that decision either.
Well, moving on with the game then. Nishchal Chandan with a header out. His mistake has got Kashi that important equalizer. And now Asif. Lamela feels a knock from behind. Play on, says the ref. We heard a sound or two as well of that boots clashing. And now Martin Chavez. Both the teams looking for the winner. Faisal Ali has been troubling the defense. He's got the better of Devrani this time. Or it was Sandeep Mandi rather. And eventually dealt well, but the attack continues.
So Rahul gets the ball. And he has made a difference after getting in. This is Chika with that cross. Ogana can't control. And finally, Lamela with that hasty clearance. He's conceded a throw in. And Nishchal now. Churchill brothers pushing hard. And Faisal has been fouled. Well, no, the free kick goes the other way. Lamela, can Kashi score? Who is going to score and seal the match? Sebastian Nischal.
Well, not sure if there's enough time for that, but a few more seconds will be allowed. And Faisal Ali, his pace and tricks have been troubling Kashi. This time he goes for a pass. Martin Chavez looking to control it. He does control it. And now towards the box. But that is it at full time in the Kalyani Municipal Stadium. It's 1-1 between Kashi and Churchill brothers. One goal each from Kofi and Atsal is the reason behind that 1-1 scoreline.
So that's how the match comes to an end. None of the teams are getting the full 3 points. They will be sharing points at the Kalyani Stadium. It has been an entertaining match of football, there's no doubt about that. We had some end-to-end action, and the coach is not really happy with some decisions going against them. But at the end of the day, it's 1-1, so both the teams will be getting some points. And this is how the teams stand today. The stats: ball possession 49% for Kashi, 51. Not much difference in that. Shots: Kashi 11, 17. Churchill brothers shots on target 5, 6. And there were a number of fouls: 13, 20. Corners 10, 2. And that is why Kashi were far ahead. But then ultimately, which matters, what matters most is the goals. And there is the only red spot for Kashi. That is the only goal scored by Adsal. Adsal took 4 shots. Fran Gomez took 3. Lamela took 2. So these were the shots taken by Kashi players.
Well, and 17 shots from Churchill brothers. Everyone trying, but they're just one goal from Emmanuel Kofi SC. And with 3 attempts, Rahul Raju with 3 attempts as well. Obin, Ajit Kumar and Martin with 2 attempts each, and Faisal Ali with 1 attempt from inside the box. 13 fouls across the park from Kashi. Asif, Edmund, Atsal, Sumit Pasi, everyone getting involved with their bit of action. 2 fouls each. Gianni Dos Santos and Chotto Lamela with 1 each. Gianni Dos Santos and Pasi, they got the 2 yellow cards for Kashi, and 20 fouls for Churchill brothers.
Yes, 20. Too many. All over the ground. Look at that. Look at the white spots. And the Costa was guilty for 4. Stenley for 4. Gogo as well. So this is how the team stand at the moment. Modern Sporting still enjoying that pole position with 31 points from 14 outings. Real Kashmir at number 2, Trinity Deccan number 3, Gokulam 4, Aizawl 5, Shillong Lajong 6, Kashi 7, and Churchill brothers will be at 10. So not much of change in their positions as far as Kashi and Churchill brothers are concerned.
Well, they would have expected 3 points. That is why they tried to go all out here. And both the head coaches not happy with some decisions, but eventually, even Steven says the result and the battle on the pitch as well was similar. And just to focus on that battle we witnessed a moment ago, here's the story of the match. Martin Chavez starting with those attempts towards Arindam Bhattacharya, Sebastian Zo's cross and Nischal's header. Kashi had a few moments of brilliance too. This was one of them. Fran Gomez with the shot. And the first half mostly filled with attempts. And just before the break at halftime, a card for Sumit Pasi and Francis Bonnet.
And then came the goals. First from Churchill brothers. And look at that. That was the goal that was scored by Emmanuel, and Kashi players did appeal for offside, and this was the equalizer. Not the best of defending from Nischal, and here is Adsal pouncing on that and scoring that all-important equalizer. And after that, many chances came the way of both the teams, but none of the teams able to score, and this was another chance towards the end of the match. So finally, the match ends with both the teams scoring 1 goal each. So this is the final score then at the Kalyani Stadium. Inter Kashi 1, Churchill Brothers Football Club Goa 1. So with that, we bid adieu from the Kalyani Stadium, and we'll be back with more action in I-League 2023-24. Till then, from all of us here, goodbye and good night.